Hello everyone! So it's time to answer some more burning questions for you. Last week we started this mini-series, and if you haven't seen part 1 then click on the link here. And today it's time to answer some more. Question number 1. Can I use witch hazel instead of rose water after the oil cleansing method? To be honest, I tried it in the past and I found it quite a little bit drying, but all skins are different, so it's definitely worth giving it a try. It's not going to do a lot of harm. Just be very careful and observe your skin well. If you see any signs of dryness, to stop using it. The thing is that witch hazel is geared towards oily skin, so I definitely recommend to stay away from products for oily skin, but we're all different, so just try it out. I generally recommend rose water to everyone because of its soothing, healing and anti-aging properties. I just found that it's the best one for me, but you might find some other that works even better. So if you're looking for some good rose water, you can just head over to my blog post and check out for my recommendations. The link will be in the description box. Question number 2. Should I moisturize with oils every day? You can definitely skip on some days. And do you want to know a secret? I don't use anything on my face during daytime at all. I probably use olive oil a couple of times at night, a couple of times a week, but I prefer to just let my skin breathe naturally during the week. So if you live in a colder climate, you might need to nourish your skin a bit more, but it really depends on where you live and the environment you're in, what you eat and so on. We are conditioned by the industry to believe that we need to put some kind of moisturizer on our skin every single day, but to be honest, that applies more to people who use harsh chemical cleansers and things like that. But if you use oil cleansing method, then the residue of the oil cleansing method from the night before and the sebum that gets accumulated on your skin during the night should be more than enough for you for the whole day. So if you don't wash your skin and just apply some rose water, it will be perfectly fine and your skin will feel comfortable. That's just what I learned from my own experience, and I hope it will help you too. So if you want to teach your skin how to balance out naturally, just try not to apply anything to it and just let it get used to it. You might feel a little bit dry and uncomfortable for the first couple of weeks, but that's perfectly normal. It should sort itself out within a couple of weeks, and if it doesn't, then your skin might be drier than mine and you might need more nourishment. So in that case, just go ahead and apply oil whenever you need it. Question number 3. Is it normal to experience purging when starting the oil cleansing method? There shouldn't be anything major. A few more pimples, of course, could happen because of all the clogs coming up to the surface, but it shouldn't be anything major. You know, they often say that it has to get worse before it gets better, but I don't think that's true. Definitely stop and start looking into what could be causing all this irritation. Very often it could be due to overexfoliation or and dryness caused by it, or too much castor oil. So definitely just step back and analyze it for a bit. Don't wait until it's almost too late. It definitely doesn't have to get much worse before it gets better. So what to do if you're experiencing a lot of purging? Simply stop doing the oil cleansing method for a couple of weeks or at least a week. Stop using water to wash your face. Just use rose water every morning and every evening, and just give your skin a bit of rest. Once it calms down, in around a couple of weeks, you can try oil cleansing method again, but do it less often and use less castor oil if you're using more than 15 or 20%. I always say that it's better to start with less because you can always add more later. Because if you start with too much, then you can't go back and you might end up giving up on this amazing method before you even try it properly. So start slowly and you will reap rewards. Go at full throttle and you'll probably get burned. So that's just what I always believe in. Question number 4. How do I know which skin type I have? Well, this is actually a very popular question. I get this question a lot, and I had problems with this myself in the past, as I always believed that I had oily skin, but I ended up understanding that my skin was dry and dehydrated. So the industry says that the most popular skin type is combination, but actually my theory is that it's just irritated and overexfoliated skin. So in that case, the best thing to do is just to treat the skin very gently and to stay away from anything geared towards oily or acne-prone skin, because those products will probably disbalance and upset your skin. You should be careful with products for dry skin as well, because very often they contain petrolatum and all other clogging ingredients, so they might be dangerous as well. So just remember that dryness or oiliness often, or maybe even always, is just a reaction to what we're doing to our skin. Also, use castor oil ratio of no more than 15 to 20%, no matter which skin type you think you might have. If your skin still feels dry, you might have to go even lower, but in any case, don't go over 20%, because I have so many people contacting me who have been trying 50%, 30% and you know, very high ratios, and no wonder that their skin got really irritated. So don't make this mistake. And one more little tip: stay away from drying oils such as tea tree oil, hazelnut oil or grapeseed oil. The latter one can actually be used with more nourishing oils such as olive oil and avocado oil, and I already mentioned that in my previous video, but you should definitely try to maybe not use them at the beginning until you make sure that oil cleansing method really works for you. And if you do find out that it works for you, then you can always add them in the future, but at the beginning, try to stay away from them. Finally, one last tip for a successful transition to the oil cleansing method. So I find that a lot of people make the mistake of making a very complicated oil mixture with a lot of different oils, and very often the skin gets irritated, because the more oils you use, the more chance there is that one of them will be not tolerated by your skin. So I always recommend to go for no more than 3 oils at the beginning and stick to it for at least a month, because in that way, if you find that one of the oils is irritating your skin, it's pretty easy to understand which one. If you use a lot of different ones and then next week you change it to others, and then the week after you change it again, then it's pretty much impossible to understand what the problem was. You might have to play around with the ratios if your skin is too dry or too oily, but try not to change the actual oils themselves. Just please don't give up on this wonderful method. If you're having problems, experiment, analyze, listen to your skin, ask me for help, but please don't give up on it. It's honestly so amazing, throwing away all the chemicals and just doing something that's good for your skin, good for your body, and it doesn't burn a hole in your wallet. So definitely don't give up, and I'm always here to help if you need any help. So I hope that this has answered most of the questions that have popped in your mind about the oil cleansing method. If you have any more, then just get in touch with me and I might do some more troubleshooting for you in the future. And I hope that this helped you. Has it? Please let me know in the comments. If you did like it, I hope you'll give me a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos like this, then please subscribe to this channel. And next time I'll be back with a video about how to make yogurt and Greek yogurt at home. So until then, bye! Did you see?
The flies, no, they're incredible.
I hope you can't see them in the video, can you imagine? Ciao! Ciao bella! Ciao! No, shh!
Shh. You have pornography behind you.
Huh?
You have pornography behind you.
So what? It's okay.